Hi guys, welcome to the second video in the video series on runtime polymorphism or late binding part 2. In this, we are going to analyze further about virtual functions, or rather the need for virtual functions. The programmatic example will remain the same as part 1. We would have a same base class, no data members, and a function called fun1. The derived class, once again we are exploring single inheritance here. Derived class will have no data members, the difference being that the function in the derived class, which was earlier called fun2, will now be called fun1. The main function, we will make a pointer to the base class and call the function. Let's get down to the implementation. I'm copying this over and I'm going to create a new file here. The new file will be called as poly2.cpp here, and I'm just going to paste it over here. The difference, as we suggested, it's going to be fun1, right? Just before we do that, let me show you another thing. What happens if I try to access fun2 function with the help of a pointer ptr of the base class? It yields an interesting answer here. So let me show you poly2.cpp. Now it is giving me an error here. It says there is no fun2 in base. So it's asking, did you mean fun1? What it simply means is fun2 is a function of the derived class and ptr happens to be a pointer of the base class. So fun2 is not available to the pointer to the base class. I'll go ahead and I will change it to fun1. So the function in my derived class as well as base class is called fun1 now. And let's try to compile and run it. Let's see what happens. Got lucky this time. So I'm not getting any errors here. Let's see what happens when we run this. On running it, I'm getting base class as well as base class. Now, what we might be expecting was I might be getting base class when I called this and derived class when I called this. But this is not the case here. The derived class function is not available to the base class pointer yet, right? That's where the virtual function comes in, which we will discuss more about in our third lecture, or not third video in this series. Thank you. Take care, be safe.